So really all I'm going to say in this video is you've got to sing, all right? Now I don't necessarily mean that you have to sing in a pretty voice or even that you have to sing out loud, but I do mean that you need to be hearing the music in your head to be able to play the music well, all right? Singing is so fundamental to being a musician, at least an instrumentalist, and it doesn't mean you have to have a beautiful voice, but it means you have to have musical thought. All right. Edwin Gordon talks about this idea. He uses the term audiation in terms of being able to hear the music in your head. And I am constantly working with my students to have them be singing while they play, singing in here or even singing out loud. And the reason for that is because our musical ideas are often so beautiful, especially if we've done a lot of listening to music. But then getting them out through the cello, well, we have to deal with all this whole physical thing. But if we keep our focus on this imagined sound, then we've got the music, right? And we at least know what we're shooting for. And all right, we'll work through the technical challenges, the physical challenges, but we've got beauty in mind, and beauty can stay the goal. So a couple ways you could work on this, certainly. One, as I said, just sing while you play. And it doesn't have to be pretty. Doesn't even have to be on pitch necessarily. But let's say I were just going to go, right? That kind of thing. And even there, you know, there's a big difference between the way I just played it and if I were to go, so it's not about just producing the notes or the rhythms. It's about the phrase and the idea and the gesture, actually, as I was just talking about in a previous video. How we make shapes and make it interesting. And so if your voice is going ba ba ba, or even, you know, on pitch ba 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 ba, oh, deadly dull, no. You gotta go for it, all right? You gotta start with that thought, and your voice can help you explore that, but also just in your mind, you can hear what you want. So let's say I were working on a passage of quick notes, all right? I would want to, in my head, hear it first before I were to play. Let's say the 4 notes are, okay, and let's say I've been working on them and they're fine, you know, I can play them, but they don't have that sense of pizzazz or the musical impulse. They're just a little boring. What I need to do is, in my head, say it to myself. I want to hear ya-da-da-dum, ya-da-da-dum, all right? And then let's try playing that. Ooh, man, see? Already better. And maybe I did that on the last phrase. Maybe I want to try something different here. Maybe I want to go da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum. All right, so here I go. Woo, yeah, all right, so once I've got the idea, and all right, I've been playing the cello for a while, that helps. But then that can tell my body what to do, all right? So all I'm saying is make sure you've got the ideas up here before you worry too much about what's going on down here. And singing can really, really help with that. Listening to music doesn't hurt either.